Hey, everybody. This is for the week of July 8th. Another collective reading. Some of you have come into union. Congratulations. Come into a relationship or regular talking to your loved one. That's awesome. For those of you who are left, those that are still in separation, this message is for you guys. There also might be a message in here if you are still coming into union too, because you guys are the ones that need help. Okay. Oh, good deal. Good deal. I feel like just generally, here I go into one of my talks. Just generally speaking right now, the feel of the masculines is like chill. He's chill and he's trusting and he's gotten in his power and isn't thinking, isn't worried. He's getting to the point where he's not worried what anybody thinks anymore. He's getting into his, his manhood more. Now, the thing about our divine masculines is they are sweethearts. They really are very kind, loving, amazing people. That's why you fell in love with them, right? But it also makes them, do what we used to do in the past and put up with bad behavior, people who manipulate them, people, they try to appease people and do the right thing and whatnot, according to other people's opinions. What they're getting to now, or the place they're getting to now, is they matter. They matter most. Good for them. They need to matter most, because when someone follows their heart, no matter who they are, if they follow what truly resonates with them, I don't care how off-putting it is to anybody else in their life, that's not selfish, it's self-loving if their heart is pulling them toward it and the universe wants them to go toward that, whatever that is. So they need to do that, and that path will lead to their divine partner, even if it's a roundabout, windy, crazy way. So you guys just the divine feminines need to just be in a very trusting place and realize that there is a divine plan in it all, even if, wonky things happen along the way. Your job is to know that it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and not try to control it, not worry about it too much. Because the way to manifesting is to have confidence it's coming and let it go. If you're worrying about it, it's not the same energy. If you're fearing it won't happen, it's not the same energy. If you're resistant to it happening because you want to fight him or bite his face off, that's not the right energy either. We're talking, I know it's going to happen and I'm not worried about it. It's just going to happen whenever it does. And in the meantime, if I meet somebody else, because I feel like I'm waiting too long, then let's just hope that person is incredible. Let's just get to know him and explore it and see if he's awesome. And then life leads you down that path. Don't worry too much about it. Okay. I mean, some people, it just feels like some feminines feel like they have to. I know you're in love, right? But keep yourself open, keep options open, because you could be having a soul flame come in or a soulmate that could lead to a very, very happy, fulfilling life. So life isn't going to just leave you hanging if you've been trying to stay happy, if you've been trying to stay happy and have been working on yourself. I'm going to do another video on what that means, like to work on yourself. Actually, that video will probably come out before this one does, which is fine. Okay. Universe, please help us tap into the divine masculines this week. Wow. That's a doozy. Wow. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. The first two cards out, I'm like in shock right now. But I mean, if it goes very much along with what I was saying. Jeez. Wow. This is really, Ah, yay. Good for these guys. Good for them. Oh. Okay. Wow. Well, can I just say that their lives have fallen apart and for the better? You know, they have said, they've said no to their past. They've said no to who they used to be. And they're going into their future. They're going into they've got a new dawn coming. And they're going forward into that new dawn. And it's like they've won the battle, whatever that battle was, like with the karmic and stuff, and even their families and any naysayers or anything like that. It's like he's won the battle. He feels victorious. He's had maybe a little coaching from some spiritual dude or something. And he's just like, you know what? Guess what? I did it. I did what was right for me, what I felt was calling me. And he's like, good for you. Well done. Well done. He's like clapping and urging him forward. And he's going to ride that horse over to the sun where his divine feminine is and his new home is. And he's raising that victory flag. I had like I died and it didn't kill me. Oh my gosh, I made it. And so he's left everything in shambles in some instances, you know. He's had to leave a lot in the dust, and he had to get to the point where he didn't really care. I mean, not that he doesn't care because he's a loving, caring person, but he has his priorities straight. He's like, I got to do what I got to do. Even if there's a lot of drama about it, even if, you know, people fall to the wayside, even if people threaten suicide, whatever, or, you know, or he thought, oh, that threat that was there, it's like he said, I don't care. You can tear my world apart or make, you know, you can threaten to take everything from me. You can threaten to do whatever you want to do. Go ahead and let the bomb drop. Go ahead and let whatever happen that you're threatening to do to me if I go that way, because I don't care. Threaten whatever you want. I'm out of here because I'm following my truth. You know, there's little kids in there. I never noticed the kids before. There's like a mother and a kid and a grandma or something. The grandma's dead. But. So, I mean, it may be that he's going after his kid or kids. I don't know, but he did it for this person he feels can last the rest of his life. You know, this is somebody that he knows he doesn't have to have any pretenses with. He doesn't have to show off at all. He doesn't have to act like he's bigger, better than other people. They just like totally can strip down naked to each other and just giggle and have a good time and enjoy themselves completely. They know that it's divinely guided, you know, and he really trusts in this connection. Like he's trusted no one else. It's like he knows that there's something special here that's different. And they're getting together and they're talking about their plans. You know, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You know, some of them have a Kundalini energy involved here because I see that like serpent wrapped around the tree there. It's like the Garden of Eden, you know, it's like these guys are about to experience the Garden of Eden. So that's why he let his whole world fall apart. He ultimately felt like this was the right thing to do. Like this is what God was calling him to, you know. This is his Eve, even if it's a male or female, whatever it is. It's like, this is Adam and Eve. And also part of this message, I feel, is like that angel is saying, go toward joy, you know, and feminines, be receptive of what's to come. Do not push it away. Do not hold grudges. Be grateful for how it comes, no matter how little or how big it is. just be yourselves and look at how everybody's hands are open. Everybody is receptive. Everyone has their guard down. Everyone has their cards on the table, and they're just like letting the sunshine on their face, and they're feeling joy. And that's what they're letting themselves be led by. When we're really in alignment, that's what calls to us. Our higher selves are constantly trying to give us messages to lead us in that direction to our highest fulfillment and happiness. And if you're thinking too much, you're clogging that channel between you and your higher self. If you can quiet your mind and get really present in the moment, that's when you have this knowing come to you, the intuitive promptings and the feelings like, I got to act on this now. I got to do something now, you know? So that's one thing the divine and masculine is doing, and it's laying a burden down. He's finally taking action to make transformation happen for them. And it's also eliminating any temptation, you know, any of the karmic stuff, you know, he's finally like not listening to that anymore. So he's walking away. What's he walking away for? I love saying that. And taking it to another level. I mean, this could be marriage. This could be moving in together. But he had to walk away from some things that looked pretty shiny. You know, maybe his family was like, if you don't, you know, if you stay here, you'll have your inheritance. If you leave, you're leaving all that money behind. You know, if you go with her, your ultimate happiness, then I'm going to rob you of all, you know, money that you could come have in the future. If that's your case, you can make money from nothing. I know a lady who left her marriage with a quarter in her pocket, and now she's worth millions. So you can make it, and God blesses, or the universe blesses these unions happening, you guys. Don't be shaking in your boots like some child who's being threatened. You know, be a man, be a woman, and walk away from those types of threats and say, forget you then. If you don't want to be a part of my life in an honest, authentic way with integrity, I'm out. You don't want to be involved in that type of a situation. And you don't want to even keep family members around who are acting like that. It's so childish. You're going to be like under their thumb forever. You know what I mean? It's like if you let somebody threaten you like that, you give in to somebody like that, you'll be under their control forever. and it will not stop. Trust me, it will not stop. They will keep threatening more and more. And then they'll threaten your marriage. So whoever you marry to make them happy, they will have total control over the whole thing. They'll use that threat again. They'll use a new threat. They'll say, oh, well, that house I was going to buy you guys, no, I'm not going to buy it. You know, if you don't such and such. So break free, get your freedom. This is what he's got on his mind. He's been watching his feminine for quite a while, a long time. And he's known this sweet connection that they have and how badly he wants over there. He's been with other people that just don't compare. I mean, while he's with her, he's staring out the window like that. You know, some of them, their karmics are like, we can have kids and we can go on vacation and we can go here and we can do this, and all of, you know, they're trying to do that to try to keep him hooked in. And the whole time he was just rolling his eyes going, I just want to be with my feminine. I just want to be with my feminine. If only I wasn't such a chicken, you know? But now he's taking it to the next level. He's going after her. He's leaving all that behind, and he wants to date her in a traditional way. He wants to teach her things and have him teach, you know, that for them to teach each other. He wants them to raise their vibration together. He wants them to learn how to live a happy, harmonious life as a couple together. That's been his vision. A lot of these guys have been saving up their money, and they're thinking to buy a house or something with him and his feminine, maybe even buy the house on his own and invite her to come live there. You know, they've been planning behind the scenes, and they've been knowing that they're going to get rid of their karmic for a while now. So they've got a whole life like planned out for you guys already. They've been spying on you. They know what you like. They know, they've been doing their research and they've been doing their planning. and they're ready to take action and make a life happen. And that could very well involve marriage. Also, I feel like some people are ready and willing now to cross over into another religion or another belief system. Interesting. So that's what he's thinking about right now. What's on his heart? Holding you like that. And having your kids dance around and throw a party. We're getting a kitten, we're getting a kitten. Or a puppy. We have a baby coming, mommy's pregnant. I don't know, but they're like celebrating, and they're a pretty happy family. Even if it's just the two of them, look at that. They're just like, yeah. A couple of dinks together, we can do anything. We can go anywhere. We're in our power. And you know, what's really sweet about what I loved about seeing this in his heart space is that's the feminine energy. There's an emperor card. The emperor would mean that he's coming into his power as like all four kings, right? But no, he's all four queens. So he's in his soft, feminine, receptive energy. And he's also just, remember how I said they were chill? This is that chill. It's like he's trusting that this family is going to happen, and he's been daydreaming about it. And he's like so happy about creating this new beginning with her, and he knows how much abundance they're going to have. So he is not worried about walking away from that fortune he walked away from, because he's going to have it all over again with her. And they can make it happen because they're a power couple. They can make anything happen they want to. Anything they can dream of is going to manifest. They are very, very blessed. That rainbow up above, that rainbow's got coin in it. It's got, you know, beautiful gardens. It's got wine. It's got, you know, it doesn't really have all those things. I'm just saying, you know, like those cups represent things that fulfill you and make you happy. Lots of kids, lots of community, lots of everything that you can dream of that would make you happy and fulfill your heart. It's full of that. And he knows that this is in his heart space, you guys. He knows this new beginning is going to be his dream come true. That's why he wants to marry you. Make it official. He's been watching long enough. Now he's ready to do something about this. So, knowing that this partnership was coming, he's gotten the karmic off the wheel. But there could also be, I feel some stuff about, some guys have overcome like pornography addictions, more of his narcissistic tendencies, like he's being a better listener. He's the things that his exes have complained about with him. He's actually been rigorously working at, it's like the Eight of Pentacles should be with this card, but you know, he's worked very, very hard to work on his own issues that he knows that have contributed to pain and suffering for his ex-girlfriends. Not people-pleasing stuff, but like really taking gold nuggets from it, like really taking a look at like porn caused a problem. Not sure that's the healthiest thing to do anymore. If I go into a marriage that I want to last the rest of my life, I got to get rid of some of this shitty stuff that makes me feel bad about myself and gives me poor self-esteem, you know, and that I know that she would have a problem with. He's getting rid of like drinking too much, like leaning heavily on drinking. He's been meditating. I've been hearing reports of these guys meditating and just learning to do healthier things to cope with the difficulties of life. If you guys are listening, you could learn, you know, anything in my resources page would be helpful. I have a really great exercise, Thank You God for My Misery, that you could try. Really, really easy stuff that could really be a healthier way to cope with things. Some of these guys have actually been learning like nonviolent communication. You know, they're studying things like the Course in Miracles and some really deep books to really get to the core of what makes a person fulfilled and happy. They're all about wanting to be happy right now and to create a happy family, something really solid. And they're also being in touch with like signs and synchronicities with animals. Some of them have become aware who their animal spirit guides are, and they're eliciting help from them. Also, they're seeing more clearly who the devil is and what the devil is. What are these temptations in their lives, and what are the healthy mechanisms? They've really been doing a lot of analyzing, and they've come to some conclusions about like what's best for them in their lives. And again, leads them to you, you know, leads them to you, leads them to you, leads them to you, leads them to you. You know, you're their ultimate love. You're their ultimate match. And so they've done all this work to kind of, it's almost like you guys have already been together because you think about each other constantly. He knows you guys are trying to draw together, and he's been kind of collaborating with you. And behind the scenes, like here, I feel like he's going like confessing, maybe going to counseling, maybe, you know, whatever he's had to do to do a major cleanup on his life so that he could go forward with her, with his divine feminine, in a very careful, methodical, well thought out way. You know, he's been stacking his money. He's been thinking of how they might even be able to work together and collaborate on projects. When he comes forward and offers a gift to her within, feels like it's going to be within, 2 to 4 weeks of when you watch this video, hopefully. You know, timing is not a very accurate thing because we can switch timelines so easily. All we have to have is an epiphany or an awareness of something. We just jump right over to another timeline or wish for something different, I guess. But yeah, sometime soon he's going to come to you, and it feels like kind of not a solemn attitude, but like sober. He's going to come to you sober and let you know that he is the kind of man you want to marry. You know, he's really done a lot of growing up in this separation period, and he's done, you know, so much reflecting. He's like ready to be this calm, cool, collected dude that's not going to be like going crazy on you or doing crazy like narcissistic stuff on you or be yelling at you or anything. Like, this guy is so chill, and he's not going out partying. He's not smoking pot 24/7, so he doesn't think. You know, he's not numbing himself out. The guy is just chill, and he's hardworking. He's got all of that stuff he's planted in these fields. He's groomed his horse. That horse looks really nice. You know, he spends time on being healthy and being happy, or at least calm and peaceful. You know, I don't see him like bouncing around, but yippee! No, he feels more, I mean, there is some play involved. There's some play and flirting and some fun coming. This is as a little side note, a little wink from the universe coming up here. But in his overall space, it really is the end of a difficult period because he's going to communicate. He's going to reach out from that calm, centered space. He knows he's betrayed you. He knows that he's the one responsible. He's holding that sword, and he's like, I'm guilty. I put all those swords in her back. I really hurt her. I've hurt her with my communication. Damn, I've hurt her in any way she could be betrayed, in so many ways, but especially I've betrayed myself. He's feeling like, you know, I took that dagger and stuck it in my own heart when I lied to her and told her I don't care, or when I ghosted and acted like I didn't care, or went and dated those other karmics even though I was madly in love with her. I was learning lessons. I was gaining clarity. I was gaining truth in the situation is what I was doing. I didn't mean to hurt her, but I'm willing to admit it, and I'm willing to apologize, and I'm willing to have strong boundaries now. I'm willing to like put those people, you know, any people who would maliciously cause these swords to happen, he's like eliminated them and cut them out of his life. He just wants healthy now. He wants to take all those swords out and rub her back and soothe her. You know, he wants to bring soothing to the situation. And there's the new dawn again in this card too, as well as the death card. So, and with the death and the tower card, those are really huge energies, you guys. Those are really, really significant, big life changes. So whatever he's going through right now, be patient, you know that he knows what he's doing, and trust this whole process, because he is coming with a gift, you guys. Are you listening? I know you hear these messages and you're like, well, where is he? He does see you as a gift from God. He really does. In fact, you just appeared out of nowhere like that. And he's like, what the hell? I wasn't even going to believe in love anymore, damn it. And then you just show up like some kind of phenomenon in my life. And all these paranormal experiences start happening to me, and I can sense you, and I can dream about you all the time. And this is crazy. God, he went through so many different phases of like not even believing in it, then rebelling completely against it, then being completely stubborn. I won't even talk to her. Now he's to the point where he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can I please offer you this? This is what she's wanted all along, you know, just to be close to him. There's something about this symbol too. Holistic. It's like holistic health. It's like having it all, and he's offering it all. He's offering his heart, his soul, his mind, his everything to enhance her life. He's giving it to her. Not only does he have that, has he created that within himself, that whole being whole thing, but he's offering it to her. How does he offer his wholeness to her? Well, there are a lot of different ways. By being vulnerable, authentic, honest, kind and loving, apologizing for the ghosting, planning for the future and saying, look, I made us a garden. I got us a house and I made us a garden and everything. And I knew you would love it. You know, I took a leap of faith and I moved out here, or whatever it is that he's been planning. It's like he's going to give you everything. He's going to give you everything. This is no player. This is a guy who's serious. Serious and solid. This isn't any peekaboo energy. This isn't like, I'm here, okay, I'm disappearing. Okay, I'm here, I'm disappearing. You know, he wants a life with you. This card is about having it all. Having it all. Another one about all of your dreams coming true. Okay? Having all your dreams coming true. Just feeling really happy with the way that everything's worked out in your life. Knowing that this can last forever. This is long term. This is feeling like that, even like feeling connected to your family, like your extended family as well. It's like you guys know, the masculines know that this is coming in their future with this person. It's like, this is going to be what I've always wanted. Both sides. All the emotional fulfillment, all of the financial fulfillment. There's nothing standing in your way. And check this out, dude. You know, through marriage, he knows it's going to happen through marriage or something solid, you know, going to the next level and keeping on taking it to the next level, whether that's marriage for you or not, but something solid, you know. This is another card about long-term, going with the long-term partner. So he's really thought this through. He's really thought this through, and he wants you, girls. He wants you. So he spied on you. And he knew you were his wish fulfillment by watching you. The conversations that you guys have had, he's gone back and read all the texts 1,000,000 times. He's watched you on social media, watched your Instagram, your Facebook, everything. And he's even talked to people about you. What do you know about her? What does she like? What does she get mad about? You know? He knows that they're each other's wish fulfillment. He already knows that she knows that he is her wish fulfillment, because she says it all the time. She's got her heart on her sleeve, and she's like poured her heart out to him in the biggest of ways. While he was sitting there going all defensive, "Don't come near me! Don't come near me!" I don't know what I'll say to you, but I'll wreck it somehow. So he's getting over that defensiveness and he's getting over that spying because he does know that this is his wish fulfillment. He's gaining strength to not spy anymore and to go into this joyful, happy time. There's going to be some play and flirting and vulnerability that's going to happen when they do come communicate with you. As insecure as they are, they'll be scared when they go to talk to you, girls. So be gentle, be a good listener. Do not interrupt. Just really, talk from your heart, because he's had to have a lot of strength built up even to reach out to you in the smallest of ways. If he texts you or he calls you, be very grateful, be very gracious, be very understanding. If you have any resentments or any upset right now as you're watching this, thinking, well, any kind of defensiveness whatsoever, you guys work on yourselves. Seriously. Any kind of issue, do the same thing as him. Be inspired by him today and look at your own stuff. Most of you have. But look at your own stuff that people used to complain about with you and be working on that. So that you don't bring it into this relationship. Most of the divine feminines have done that. The divine masculines have been kind of watching her actually do that first. But I'm just saying, if there's any resistance to him coming to you and you're rolling your eyes that he had to be so strong to come to you feeling like a child, then you don't have the right heart to meet him right now. He's the love of your life and he's a total sweetheart. You guys know that. Tap into that energy from back when you guys first met and you had that sweet, what they call like the bubble phase, that sweet time when you guys were just totally being yourselves. You're going to have that again if you let your defenses down, if you don't act like a little defensive child. Tame your own lion within, and you have the strength to meet him where he's at. And you guys will go into this time of wish fulfillment and happiness and joy and giggles. And tickles. I always say tickles. Because tickles just make you laugh, All right. And you got to be pretty damn comfortable to tickle somebody, It's like if you think somebody's going to get mad at you for tickling them, you're not going to touch them. But that's a prickly energy, right? It's like you don't want to, that's a karmic. If they got a problem with you tickling them, and if they kind of act like, or whatever, it's like, that's a bad sign, Your love will love anything that you do, moving toward them in a playful, cute way. They're not going to push you away when you're being all playful and cute, unless you're in a really bad mood and something really, really bad happened or something like that. Karmics, they don't get you, You do something cute with karmics and they just roll their eyes or they have an attitude or they're just, they just don't get you. All right, so where are the feminines this week, please? Make a wish. Little dandelion, little fluff ball just went by. Okay. Feminines, where are you at? Huh. What? This so looks like such masculine energy. Maybe we've switched sides here. Huh. Okay. What? This is so... What? I could swear this is masculine. Dude, I don't know what's going on here. She wants to talk. She wants to talk, and she has been getting rid of her own karmic patterns. This could be karmic patterns, or it could be karmic boyfriends. Some of these feminines have gone ahead and started dating. She's cut away anybody who was, obviously they're not going to be comparing to you if you're the masculine. So she's been, setting clear boundaries. She's not giving it away to these guys, and as soon as they show that little devil comes out, she's like, get away from me. So she's been smart. She's been getting rid of that. And she's been also getting rid of of karmic patterns, like those old patterns we were just talking about. And she's been waiting for that. She's been waiting for that gift. She wants to go to the next level with her masculine. She would, yeah, some of these karmics have been kind of persuading her too to maybe go forward into something. Maybe they could be getting offers for marriage, you guys, from other guys. They could be, yeah. I've been hearing reports. Some of them are getting offers to marry their soulmates. Not so, some soul flames I've been hearing about too. She's looking for an opportunity to stop vacillating back and forth and go forward into her future already. She wants to know what ship to get on. She's like, damn, I don't even know what ship to get on right now because I've been juggling these guys. I've been holding off this guy that I sort of like for the one that I really, really want. But he's still in the distance, damn it. I can't even see him with binoculars yet, or I can just barely see him. So she's like waiting for him to show up already enough to where she can actually see the ship like that one. So she can go running out there and get rid of the other dude. She might just settle otherwise because she's like, how long am I going to wait for this person to show up in my life? Are you kidding me? Like, no, I'm not going to wait forever. So she's tired of feeling like this one or that one, or this one or that one, or this one or that one. And look at how emotional it's made her. All those waves in the background. She's like, ooh, feels very unstable and wonky. As she's staring off in the distance, waiting for her masculine to show up. It's like, come on. She's about ready to like sit down. Oh my gosh, this is the funniest story, you guys. I went into Target one time and I was with one of my significant partners of the past. And I went to play in the little kids section just to see what was there. And I kind of got lost in it. And he went to the bathroom and he came back and could not find me anywhere. I always think I was still hiding in the kids section. And so he was like looking everywhere in the store. And finally, I go over and I'm just like, well, where did he go? I mean, we must have looked for each other for like 30, 45 minutes. I mean, it was ridiculous. We just kept missing each other. And I finally catch up with him and I just started laughing so hard because he was like sitting at the end of the aisle with his hands like, you know, his arms like on his knees. And he was like, he had just completely given up. And he was just going to sit there until I eventually crossed his path. It was so funny. But that's these feminines, dude. They're just like at the end of the aisle. Like, eventually, he's got to cross my path. And I'm just going to sit here until he comes. And when, in the meantime, there's all these other guys making offers. And she's just like, in her heart space, you know, she's trying very hard, very, very hard not to worry about this connection, you know. She's going to psychics and listening to collective readings and doing all that she can to try to keep hope in this connection, that there'll be a reconciliation, that he'll eventually pour his cup into hers and admit his love, and they'll go off into the sunset, and you know, that they'll finally have some reciprocation and, you know, start moving forward. She's like praying and praying to these angels, please, please. I've been waiting for so long. And the angel's like, divine timing, my dear, divine timing. You must be patient on this journey. It cannot be rushed. And she's like, but it's summer already. It's like the sun is shining. It's beautiful. I want to go do things. I want to go splash in the stream and have fun with him. The angels are like, just trust. It is all working out as planned. And she's like, I've heard that enough. Starting to worry. Maybe he'll never show up. And maybe I will marry that guy. Maybe, you know, maybe I should just go with another route. And she's just worrying. But she's trying to soothe herself, working very, 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 very hard to do that. Some of them might even be distracting themselves with work to do that. You know, just digging in. And some of them are also like, you know what, I'm willing to put forth the effort finally to face these fears. Because that's, I believe, the key thing in these connections is actually going through the spiritual growth that you go through and having this connection. This is why you go through this hell, you guys, both the feminines and the masculines in the separation phase go through hell pretty much in their own way. It's so that they can grow. It's so that she'll finally start studying Byron Katie or, you know, looking into other avenues of healing herself if she hasn't yet. If you're a feminine watching this and you're thinking you're going to come into union with your masculine, if you have not done your work, you're either not a feminine or you're somebody's karmic or something, because this journey is about working on yourself. You have to be healing in order to be with your partner, or you're going to really screw it up. You know, one feminine, she just refused to look at herself at all. I mean, she just blamed, and just was thinking, you know, he just needs to this, and just was always complaining about his behavior and whatnot, but she wasn't working on how she looks at things. She wasn't changing the way she looks at things. You can't have a successful relationship without looking at yourself and taking personal responsibility. So as much as you get readings and do all of this stuff to try to spy on him, it's not going to do you any damn bit of good. When you guys come into union, you're just going to screw it up. So if you have not been doing the work on yourself, you better get to going on it, or you're not going to be successful at this union anyway. So she knows there's this incredible past life connection. She's also letting her own world kind of fall apart. A lot of feminines have been saying that they've just been through the ringer lately. Part of it is so she doesn't hold on to the old anymore. She's ready for new, and she's pretty open to being called to whatever she's being called into. She might be having an awakening herself. She may be going through some major realizations and kind of realizing how supported she truly is. And what a gift it's been to be so supported by the other side. Maybe he comes forward and talks to her and she's just like, oh my gosh, it was true all along and I stressed for nothing. You know, he finally texted me. He finally called me. I finally feel like really bad that I wasn't paying attention or listening or having the faith all along in the first place. She gets that reconciliation from him that she's been waiting for. Because he's, you know, while she's going through all this wonky energy, he's got marriage on the brain. He's got building for their future on his brain. She's been laying there in a coma and she's kind of waking up out of it, realizing that even the separation has been a gift, that it's been really healing for her to go through, that it's made her a freer person than she ever was in the first place, if she's been doing her work. And it's made things that were no longer serving her fall away to the wayside, you know. You know, a lot of these feminines have lost all their friends. And good for them. Congratulations if that's you, because it just means that you're going to be building a more solid foundation for your bright future. You don't need people who are manipulators. You don't need people who lie right to your face, or people who will be jealous of you or have ego issues or want to get back at you, or, you know, gossip behind your back or any of that, you know. It's like good riddance. You know, you need friends who are mature, friends who are willing to admit their stuff. They want to grow. They want to tell you the truth and be told the truth. You know, you want those friends who will be faithful friends, who won't stab you in the back either. You know, friends that you can really trust being around your man, you know. Like, you guys are calling in through your visualizations and your affirmations and stuff. You guys are calling in that beautiful life that actually heals everything that's happened in the past. Don't worry if you've been with a psychopath in the past, or a sociopath, or whoever the false twin flame was. You know, don't think that you're jaded material that can't find that kind of stable love just because you've had that in the past. That was your lesson. Same with the masculines. They just went through the ringer with their karmic. They got brutally awakened out of that situation. And that needed to happen so that you guys could really appreciate each other and mature and grow from it. That's what it's all about. this person, that's coming into your life is going to be, you're going to know if they're, through all of your experiences and all your maturing, you're going to know if they're bad news, You know that he loves you. You've known for a long time that he loves you. So trust it and know that this offer is coming and enjoy it when it does. If you feel like reaching out to him because you're just feeling an intuitive prompting, this dude is kind of intuitive and he's very emotional, but he's also intuitive. So if you feel an intuitive prompting to reach out and just say something cute and friendly, it doesn't have to be fresh or anything like that, but just like, hey, hi. It's not like they don't forget you. Trust me, you guys. They do not. You are always on the top of their brain. And it makes them feel good when you send something sweet. But don't get all defensive behind the scenes and get all mad at him for ghosting you. Just trust and know, and just send him a sweet little XO or a heart or something sweet to let him know that you love him and that it's safe to express his love to you when it comes the time when he does bring this offer. Be the mature, understanding one always in this situation. Show him that it's a safe environment to come express his own love to you. By even being sweet and innocent and childlike when you guys talk. There's so much water here. It's like there's so much emotion between you guys. But it also could mean a trip. You guys could be planning on going on a cruise together. I just feel like water and boats. So don't beat yourself up either. Look at this poor guy. It's time to overcome any past regrets and disappointments and let it go so you can manifest this life that you truly want. Maybe you've been victimized by one of these guys that you started to date because it was taking so long for your masculine to come. You got to get over that. You got to get over that hurt, get over feeling like a victim and get empowered again. If that's happened. When the masculine comes and he starts to talk to you about the stuff that he regrets and whatnot, be forgiving. Be forgiving of yourself. Be forgiving of him. Nobody needs to be a victim in this situation. You only suffer. You only feel powerless. You only hurt yourself when you're a victim. Don't feel sorry for yourself, no matter what's ever happened. And there don't need to be any regrets. Just start fresh today. Start fresh all the time. You can manifest anything you want to. You could start every morning. I love this, but start every morning in the power pose, just saying, yes. It puts you in the best energy. That victory, like shape a Y with your body and be like, yes. Start your day that way and you can get over any of that crap. That's lower energy right there. All right, so for the feminines, they've been worried that their masculines are going to come like a player. This is the guy that comes and goes and comes and goes. He shows up and puts his hooks in her and then takes off. And then she feels like kind of a puppet on his strings. And so she's a little afraid that he's going to do that. She's also hoping he'll have the courage to actually show up like this guy. Because this guy is faithful, he's devoted, he knows what he wants, he's passionate about what he wants, and he knows he's going to have it. And the masculines behind the scenes have been changing from this to that. And you guys are going to be celebrating. You guys are going to be celebrating the fact that he has transformed. Remember the transformation card, the death card? And the tower and all of that stuff? Marriage on his mind. He's no longer peeking over at those third-party people. He's not tempted by those third parties anymore. He's not like thinking, okay, who next to avoid my feminine with? He's over that and he's celebrating. You guys are going to come into community. You guys are going to be dating. You guys will be going out for dinner. You guys are going to be having fun, meeting friends. going camping with other people. Like, you guys are your lives are about to start like merging and coming together because of his determination all this time. And she needs to trust that he's showing up this way. She needs to look for signs of that maturity having happened and trust it. And don't sit there and pigeonhole him and say, oh, I know that you're just who you were before. You're probably going to just be looking at all those girls over there. Don't do that to him. Trust that you're actually going to feel his devotion and faithfulness, and that you're going to be celebrating that. You're going to feel like $1 million freaking dollars. You're going to go out to dinner with him, and his attention is going to be completely on you, and you're celebrating and feeling great about this connection. And you're going to feel like all this was worth it. So, meaning the wait and the working on yourself and all of that. The freer you become, the freer your masculine also becomes. So always be freeing yourself. You guys saw how positive his spread was. So be wise. If there are other guys, be wise. That almost went. Did that rhyme? If there are a number of suitors, then just pick the one that you can truly be yourself with. Both of you. I mean, the masculines, they're past the karmic people. They know who they want. But gosh, the feminines, they've been celibate for 1,000,000 years, and they are chomping at the bit. They are chomping at the bit to get a new life going on. They're so tired of waiting. So I have been seeing a lot of feminines, getting a lot of offers in a lot of different directions, because it's like, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, if you're raising your vibration, you're bringing in lots of options. You're bringing in lots of joy. It's like the universe is like, okay, if this guy won't bring this, if this guy's not going to meet you at this level, we'll bring somebody who will. That's what's happening. And so once she has figured out which one she's going with, that's going to be a very, very happy, harmonious thing that she's probably never experienced before in her life. It's going to be really beautiful. So anyway, let me think, anything else that I need to mention? Anything about the feminines? Protect, as you guys are coming together, it's like a little seedling. Protect your relationship. Don't necessarily go tell everybody everything. So, so I go out with this guy, and he's like 23. And he says, have you told all your friends my age? He says, because if you didn't, then I got a chance of fooling everybody with my maturity. But if you told them my age, I'm kind of screwed, and I'm kind of going to get pigeonholed. And I was like, God, that's a really good point. You know what I mean? So keep that in, take that into consideration. If you're going to, get to know him. You guys just get to know each other behind the scenes. You don't have to be telling anybody. Just go out and have a good time and keep things between the two of you. And when it's time, you guys can come out. Protect your relationship. You can talk to somebody like me, obviously, because I'll be helping and guiding you along. But and you can always order a reading from me at amysatori.com/services. I have anything up from $22 all the way up to I think that I've got mentoring packages and all kinds of things. So you can look on there and see what I offer. Also, if this message resonates with you, you can get the extended version right now for $11. And then you can get further guidance and a light language blessing. So have a beautiful week, you guys, and report back below. Let me know what resonates for you. Let me know, anything that really kind of hit home, any message that hit home. And definitely, if you come into union and you guys start dating, just leave comments either on Instagram or here. I'd love to hear, and it would sure encourage everybody else who reads. So, all right. Bye, guys.